This new analysis about Bitcoin with smart microcycles. I've studied the cycles intraday and the day of the Bitcoin cycles. The cycles is also applicable to, for example, to SCPX for if you go, for example, position trading, investing, intraday trading. But usually for my trades, I prefer, for example, using the study of this cycle on crypto asset, because I can take overnight position, very long period position, and instead for SPX or other assets like gold, I usually only for my investings this type of cycles for example, on gold, etc. But if you wondering what is smart cycles, you can take a long description on my channel. And smart market cycles are a quantitative time-based framework for analyzing financial market. They are not based on prediction, emotion, or dictionary setups. They are not classic cycle terror because it's outdated technical pattern. Instead, smart microcycles provide a mathematical and statistical approach to identifying recurring structures in price, helping traders to gain control over timing and therefore over profits. So, smart market cycle can be studied and played by both retail trader and long-term holder to optimize capital management and avoid falling victim to market manipulation. Okay, so if you go to see my last video of the last week, you can see how I have predicted the long setup of price, because we are here and they say, if you remember, that we could be in this area in the close or closing of trimestral or monthly cycle. So this is the framework, daily framework, and you can only on my channel see the quantitative duration on bars of the cycle. So we are very lot type of cycles. Smart cycles are weekly cycles that you can see there. This is a weekly cycles, so 5, 8, 11 bar, bi-weekly, monthly, quarterly, semi-annual or half month, annual, biennial, quadriennial, octennial, etc. Also, these framework are layered because we can study daily cycles, but also we can study the intraday cycle. So, for example, in this type of cycle, we have outer duration, T-3 is daily cycle, and in this maximum, we can start a very important cycle. I remember that because this is the second video, that we have two types of cycles. This is inversal cycle that drove a U pattern, or we can have a normal cycle. This is the normal cycle that draws a reversal U in the graph. So, if you study this type of cycle, we can see now at this time, sorry that I update New York time frame. Okay, so now is the 5 o'clock bar New York time, and we can see that we are in a very interesting position, because at this point we can have the starting point of 3 upper cycles. At this point we can have, and we are attending the time confirmation for the starting of this cycle. If we measure the bar from the half annual cycle, we have the minimal time to start the quarterly, the quarterly cycle. Because if you see, we have this number of bar, and 48 bar is the minimum time to take to start this type of cycle. This is a very important position, because we can have the start of quarterly, a monthly cycle. So in the short time we can have moderate or strong correction of prices. But in the long period, because we have a some vinculation to higher, so this is the annual cycle, and the half annual cycle will vinculate the cycle to update the maximum price. Also, we have update again the vinculation, so also the semi-annual or half-annual cycle, the last of two, is vinculated to again to rise high. So the possibility is that the cycle, the Bitcoin cycle, can go up. This is the trend that can last if we see the minimum cycle duration of annual cycle and start to this point annual cycle. So we retract the minimum number of bar that you can see in the label until the last day of the month. We can have the possibility to update the maximum. But also, if in this point we have the start of half annual cycle, we can left again until September. Okay, so we have the possibility to update the maximum value of Bitcoin, so to update this all-time maximum until this time. This is the target, so we can go higher. But now we must go a very attention, because in this maximum we can start the quarterly cycle. So what's mean? That means that in the very short time we can a very go down drop. So this is very important condition, because for example a lot of trader at this point can say, okay, this is the short time, so I can go short. But because we have a lot of cycle vinculated to update the maximum, usually at this time with this type of vinculation, I don't take risky on capital with shorts, because we can have this type of squeeze and go up very quickly. So usually what I prefer in this type of trading cycles, I prefer, for example, attend the date of new cycle and minimal cycle, start a long position at this time. So I await the shorting and I take position long for take advantage of major cycle. This is my strategy to in trading. This is an important strategy that you can also use. But at this time, now we have to start this type of cycle, okay? Because now at this time we have started a quarterly cycle, and now we are searching at this time. This is the first quarterly, and we are searching the second quarterly to update semi-annual half cycle. So we can expect, we must have very attention, because we can attend a very high drawdown on prices. So if you see, we have that this cycle, and this cycle is drawing down. So when this can happen, as you correctly answer. So we are there for quarterly, and now on the first day of August time we can start to search again a drop down in prices. So studying this, we can expect that a second cycle that go up like this. So we can expect this is only monthly, a new monthly cycle, and not a new quarterly cycle. At this point in this area, we can expect a serious drawdown for the new quarterly reversal cycle, and also for the closing of the first quarterly cycle of star cycle and the start of semi-annual cycle at this time. So we can expect this type of moment, quindi retake of long position and our rejoin of low prices and the final updating of prices on October or September. So this is what can expect on long pattern. So this is how study cycle can help us to predict the movement of prices and take position and strategy to use in trading. So now in intraday position on trading, we can expect we have updated the low minimum bar. This is the also almost ending of long session. So what are we happening there? We have the weekly cycle. So we have first day, second day, third day, 40 day, etc, etc, etc. But I think that in this position we also this day have a lot of news, so can be very risky to take a position at this time. We can expect a lot of spikes like happen on Bitcoin or news. So keep your attention. Don't trade with a very high size, but very attention to take position with this news, because we can expect a lot of spikes and HFT interference. This is not the 70s, but I expect the closing of cycle, so we can see, for example, the minimum time is a 24 bar. So during this time we can expect the update of minimum, so we can also go at this pattern and also go higher at this point, because we can update maximum. So very aware about news, because this day can be very turbulent, and this is the position that take Bitcoin. So we also expect in this day update of lower position, but that restart quickly of new cycle that trend up. Subscribe to my channel, add a like to this video, because this information is very helpful to you, because help you to take to lower the risk of a market position, but also help you to predict prices and and help you to take a longer position and protect your gains. Remember that the first rule of the good trader is not take risk on market, is not lose money. So before to be profitable, you need to not lose your money. Understand this and good trading, and we will see you in the next video.